to the Investing Podcast, presented by Tusk Media. For a quick audio and video check-in on the stock market, here's the Stock Market Power Lunch.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Investing Podcast, presented by Tusk Media. This is the Stock Market Power Lunch. Today is Thursday, June 2nd, 2016. We're back at you again for the second time of the day. Going to get you caught up with the markets in general and also hit some of the major headlines of the day, then let you continue your lunch. So hopefully you're chowing down. Go ahead and eat while we do this. First of all, stocks. U.S. equity stocks are trickling down ever so slightly. Most of the major indices are down between 10 and 20 basis points. So if you're looking at that, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average all down just a little bit. Kind of in line with what we saw in futures, maybe not down to the exact basis point, but still down to a very comparable level. Nothing too alarming at this point, but something to take note of for sure. Obviously, one of the big stories for today is OPEC. We talked about OPEC yesterday. OPEC stands for Oil Prices Extra Crappy, and that's what they are doing. They announced that they are not going to change the amount of oil that is being supplied. Again, that puts some pressure on the price of oil per barrel. So what we saw when that happened was oil traded down about 1.5% after that was announced. Not a huge decline, just because that's kind of what everybody was expecting from OPEC. They were expecting no change. They kind of expect OPEC to do OPEC. That's what OPEC tends to do. So oil went down about 1.5%. It's actually rallied back up, and it's kind of staying pretty steady right now. Currently, oil is at about $49.23 per barrel. We've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks, really, but we're really looking at that $50 mark kind of as a new benchmark, so to speak, with the price of oil. That's where we saw it way back in late 2014, and it's kind of hovering in that area once again. Another big story for today is Oracle and cloud accounting. Now, cloud accounting, which I illustrated on the board here, if you can see the video, is not something that's just for angels, apparently. Cloud accounting, when I think of that, I picture some little naked babies up there with wings, writing things in their journals. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is the accounting for Oracle's cloud computing services. A inside data breach was released. Not really an insider anymore, but a former disgruntled employee basically said that Oracle has been inflating those numbers, accruing numbers that shouldn't be accrued, and basically promising sales figures in that area that were not imminent. Oracle has since released a statement saying that this was a disgruntled employee, this is inaccurate, our accounting for cloud services is accurate, but the stock is still paying the price for it. It's down around 5% for the day. We do have some leaders today. Aetna, Indo International, L Brands, and Michael Kors are all having strong days. Some of those we talked about even yesterday, but all of those stocks are up more than 3% and kind of leading the way. We've got pretty narrow market leadership. Most stocks kind of hovering between down 1% and up 1%, which is kind of, I guess, what you expect when the market's not moving a whole lot. We will check back in later with the Investing Happy Hour. We'll give you some updates on the price of oil. Some of these stocks we'll check back in. We'll see if Oracle stock rebounds, if it rallies, comes back a little bit from this low that we're currently seeing within the day. In the meantime, hit subscribe, whether you're listening on Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, whatever. Hit subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, tell us how we're doing. If you leave us a review, we will read it on the air, so there's a little motivation for you. We will see you in a few hours.
Tusk Media is a subsidiary of Narwhal Capital Management. Ratings and reviews of Tusk Media content are not to be construed as endorsements of opinions, analysis, or services offered by Tusk or its parent company. The opinions and predictions shared here are our professional beliefs at the time of publication. We are not under duress from any of the corporate entities mentioned. This is not a solicitation to take any particular action. Although we are investment advisors, this information should not be considered investment, legal, or tax advice. We strive to be as impartial, insightful, and accurate as possible. We base our opinions, analysis, and calculations on information we believe to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. We can, however, guarantee that our opinions will sometimes be flat out wrong due to a variety of factors. Employees and clients of Narwhal Capital Management may or may not hold positions in the securities detailed and may or may not hold these positions in the future. A full list of all securities purchased, sold, or held during the 12 months preceding the date of this publication can be provided upon request. Unless otherwise noted, all data accessed via MarketWatch or the Bloomberg terminal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. A copy of Narwhal's Form ADV is available at the SEC's website, www.advisorinfo.sec.gov, or from Narwhal upon written request.